Dan Sharp from the Rotork technical training team, and in this video we're going to have a look at the CK range of electric actuators. The CK is a multi-turn output actuator designed on a modular concept, and it's available in 3 different versions. All of the versions include the same basic actuator package, but we can also have a control package included. The basic package is the CK standard, and this includes a multi-turn gearbox driven by an electrical motor, and on the side of the housing we have a removable cover which contains a mechanical switch mechanism for monitoring the actuator position and torque. We've also got a hand wheel included on this unit, and the hand wheel is engaged by operation of the lever on the side of the casting. And on the top of the unit we've got this plug-in socket module for making all electrical connections to the actuator. That's both power and control connections. It should be noted that the CK standard does not include a motor control package, so control of the motor must be provided by an external panel. The CK standard can be upgraded to include a motor control package, and we have 2 different control packages available. We have the Atronic and we have the Centronic. Both of the control packages fit to the standard CK in the same way, in that they plug onto the plug module available once the socket has been removed. The Atronic is the more basic control package, and it has local control selectors for operating the actuator locally or for selecting remote control, and we have a display module consisting of LEDs for actuator travel position and some basic alarm status. The more advanced and sophisticated Centronic control package has some additional features and a more advanced display, giving us an LCD position, more status and alarm information available. One of the benefits of having a Centronic control package is that the mechanical switch mechanism inside of the actuator can be replaced for a digital switch mechanism. And the combination of a digital switch mechanism with a Centronic gives us things such as non-intrusive actuator setup and data logging and historical records. We now have a CK standard actuator fitted to a valve, and with this actuator all electrical control signals come from the panel, so there's no electrical operation locally able to be performed. We can engage the hand wheel. To engage the hand wheel I need to raise this lever, and as doing so I need to rotate the hand wheel at the same time. Once the unit is engaged into hand operation, I can then manually adjust the actuator to the required position. The other thing that needs to be set up on this particular actuator before it can be used electrically is the mechanical switch mechanism located behind this cover. That is covered in a separate video. Full details can be found beneath. The CK standard actuator has now had an Atronic module fitted, becoming a CKA actuator. With the CKA, the mechanical switch mechanism needs to be commissioned, and then we have the Atronic with some user configurable settings. If we were to remove this front cover from the Atronic module, I have an example here. On the reverse, we will see there is a series of dip switches which can be adjusted to suit customer functionality. Please see the CKA startup guide for full details of their settings. With an Atronic module fitted, we have the option to control the actuator at the actuator itself, and we have a local stop remote selector switch, which when it's in the local position allows the black selector switch to open and close the valve. Notice when the actuator is traveling, we get a flashing amber LED. When it's stationary, we get a solid amber LED. We have green and red LEDs to give us open and close indication, and their functionality can be reversed to suit the customer application. Finally, we have a fault or an alarm LED to give us indication if there is an issue with the actuator or valve. With the local stop remote selector, we have a stop position where the actuator ignores all incoming commands, be that from the local control panel or from the control system. And finally, we have the remote control position where the actuator can be sent a signal from the controller. In this case, I'm simply wired up to a push button station, so I can send it signals to go open and close. But the actuator can also have a 420 milliamp control system or a field bus or network option card fitted. The CK standard actuator has now been upgraded to include a Centronic control module, becoming a CKC actuator. With a CKC actuator, you can have fitted either a mechanical switch mechanism or a digital switch mechanism. With a mechanical switch mechanism, all actuator limits and torque adjustments need to be completed on the mechanism itself. But with a digital switch mechanism, all commissioning exercises need to be completed through the actuator display. This particular actuator has a mechanical switch mechanism fitted, and notice when the actuator is in mid-travel, we get this basic display information. If we need improved positional information during mid-travel, we can upgrade to either have a potentiometer as part of an aid module added to the mechanical switch mechanism, or we can upgrade to a digital switch mechanism. When it comes to actuator control, we have the same selector switches as available on the Atronic to operate the actuator. And then with the actuator display, we've got the LEDs. Again, we have an amber mid-travel LED and green or red for open or closed as configured by the user. And then the additional information as shown on the LCD. To navigate the actuator menus to make any appropriate adjustments and setting changes, we can use a Rotork setting tool. A Rotork setting tool has infrared and Bluetooth. The CKC includes infrared functionality as standard, but Bluetooth is an optional extra. Additionally, we can configure the actuator by using the local selector switches. This concludes the CK overview video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check back for any future videos.